Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. I'm just trying to get all my things together. I think I've got enough things. We are going to do something that I've done in another video, but I thought it was worth doing again as I announce a competition winner. Actually, there's going to be 3. So there's a competition over at Junk Journal Community Chat Room, a Facebook group. And it's a UK based group so that UK people can swap. It was just kind of, sometimes it's a bit more difficult when swapping internationally, and it's nice to swap within the country. So I'm a member of that group, and I said I would provide a prize for the 2-year celebration of it existing. So what I offered was a handmade stamp that was individualised completely to the winner, and then a box of Vintage Button goodness. So here's the box ready to go. If I can get into it, it's ready just to be kind of packed away. And in here I've kind of secured it with napkins that can be used in your crafting. And then there is tons of Vintage Button loveliness. There's slow stitching stuff, but it could be used in a junk journal, and there's junk journal stuff as well. There's vintage photographs. There's just so much stuff. I have talked about this before in the video. So there's that. And then because there's 2 other winners, I've put together 2 runner-up gold envelopes of Vintage Button goodness. So this is slightly less, and I may add some more bits in before I send it out. But you get a little bag that's got some napkins in it, and this is actually in that box, but you get one of these as well, which is a Fortnum's tea card, or a tea bag thing with lots of cards. There's card pieces from games, there's like those tea or cigarette cards, there's cupcake cases, there's bits cut out of magazines, there's bits cut out of books, there's stamps and fussy cuts. There's all like little ephemera pack. You kind of could go to town. You could probably, there's probably enough stuff to make a little mini journal. So I've got 2 of those. Okay, so let's get into how we make it, and then I'll announce the winners in a little while, and we'll actually try out their stamp. Now, when we do this, it takes a while for the stamps to actually cure on the plastic. So I'm going to give you some ingredients of what you need, and I'll show you what you're going to make. You're going to make a stamp. So this is a stamp. And here is all my Vintage Button stamps. So they're just kind of, you're using all the individual fonts and you make stamps. And they're great if you make things to make your own personalised stamp that can evolve. You know, you can keep making them different sizes for different things. So this is like one that's just in a straight line. It says the Vintage Button, and that's what this is. So we're going to make one of those today. I have already got some words. Oop, box falling over. I've got some words that I've made. So this one here says make art. We might actually do this one, but I kind of wanted to see what it was like to find the bits and pieces and put one together. So this one says make art, and you can arrange the letters however you want to kind of make your little word. This one says create, and then we've got progress not perfection. So they're all kind of real junk journal sentiments, and they're made from sentiment stamps that you get if you're into card making. Or I used to get a magazine that had lots of stamps on the front, and they were all for card making, so there was tons of sentiment stamps. And I like the image stamps, which I use a variety of them continuously really, but I would have all these sentiment stamps and not know what to do with them. And it was actually Junk Journal July last year that it was the first day, and I kind of made a personalised stamp for it. So this says create, and then we've got sustainable. And so I do think it is a sustainable craft, because you're making something out of things that wouldn't get, you know, there's waste because it's not going to get used, and you're giving it a new life. So yeah, so we've got those there. I don't want to disturb those because I do want to make those into stamps, but I thought I want one that says junk as well. So we're going to get junk together. Let's see, I need a pair of small scissors, and then it's just a matter of looking for the letter that you want. So this is a J, and it was from Jingle Away, or Jingle All the Way, from a kind of a Christmas sentiment. But we just want the word, or the letter J. So I'm going to put that there. In fact, I'm going to put it there, because I like the grid. Okay, so we've got that. Then we need a U and an N. Okay, let's have a look. What is that? No, it's a W. And it's just a matter of like looking through. You're not going to be able to make every single word because there's not every single letter. But I think if you've got enough, oh no, there's already one cut out. Let's do that one. So this one is like a nice font that's kind of got a line on it. That would look great. So I need an N now. Oh, straight away. So we're going to cut that S off. We don't want that. Put that with all the singles. And you're literally just snipping the letters off the stamps, and because they're silicone, it's really easy to do. You're putting it typeface down, and now I need a K. What are you? Handby Rosemary, no. If you see it, wave and cheer. What's that? For you, what are you? Your day. Nope. For you. Wish. No. Oh, here we go. We can have that one. Under my nose. Okay. So we have the word junk. I don't know if I could make journal, probably not in this video, but I might leave enough space. If I could find another J, we would be alright. There is another J here, I'm sure. It's just a matter of finding it. Oh! Holly jolly. Just going to keep that to one side, I don't think we've got time. But there's another J. Okay. Oh, see, now I can see. Oh, I've even found a K, because I thought the K would be hard. Okay. And a U. Right then, let's see if we... Oh, I don't need a K, do I? I'm not doing junk twice. I need an O. Oh, I could have used that K instead of cutting that other one off. Oh. I don't know if I think I might want them separate. I don't want them necessarily the same. So junk. Journal, so I need an R. Oh, here we go. You can hear speaking. That's my daughter. She's talking to friends online. I think they're playing a game. I think they're on Minecraft or something like that. RN. Oh, I could have used a big R. What would that look like? I'm a little daft. Okay, keep with that one. That's a nice N. So we went out today. I need an A and an L. And we went to a flea market in a village nearby, and it wasn't that fantastic. I found a book that I will do a haul on. Because then on the way back, it was, oh, well, let's go to, there's two quite big charity shops, like in between there and here. So they're in my hometown, but they're just sort of on that side of town. So I thought, okay, let's go to those two. And I actually did find some bits. But I keep saying this. I really need to slow down, and then I don't. But I really do. I need to slow down. So I need an L. I've got this one, but I don't know if I like it. I think it's too small. I think the value of doing something like this is it makes you more creative because you're limited in what your things are. Makes you think about it more. Because you're not necessarily going to get what you want. So you have to sort of do a little bit of compromising. And that, you know, it's not good for your soul all the time, but it is good for your soul a little bit. Okay, might not be able to do an L. It would be nice if I could. It would be nice if I could. Oh, what's that? Yeah, we could. I just had my hand on it. I think I'm gonna cough. Hold on a minute. Okay. Oh, we've got a journal. We've got junk and we've got journal. Let's put that there. Because we could, like, move, you know, like make an art for art journal. So yeah, they probably should be separate, not just together. I was watching Willow Wonders this morning. Oh, I've got another J there for Holly Jolly. Okay. Right, I'm going to put these away so that they don't go everywhere. And I moved my box. What did I do with it? Oh, that was what fell off. So it's just a drawer. It says my DIY stamp kit. And let's... Ooh, she says chucking them all over. Let's just clear the decks. I do like making these. And like I said, if you're not using... There's enough letters that you would be able to make reasonable words and sentences. You can just see that if you have like a word of the year, or I might do things like that so that you can just use that throughout the year. Use that in your journal. So those little tiny bits. I think I might end up separating them off so that once I've got all the little tiny bits, they're in a separate box. But I don't know. I should have done, you know, at the charity shop there was craft boxes. Okay, no more letters, they're bits of rubbish. That could be used again. Those can't. Okay, I'm going to put those on the windowsill. Got some ink for later. We want to make one so that you can see what it, you know, how easy it is just to make one. So I have with me a strip or a piece of transparency, and this could be any kind of acetate really. It could be from packaging, it could be from like stamp packaging, it could be from anything. So we have a square there. We are going to what I would normally do is lay it, let's do make art actually, and then lay it out how I want it. Roughly, it can be changed, it's not, this is a point, not a point where it's set in stone. So we've got make art. Get my little square. And then I can lift it off. And that's our stamp. So, you could, like, because these have still got the stickiness to it, and I've done that where I've just not stuck them down finally. I've just kept using them as separate, almost like making your own typeface. But we're not going to do that. We are going to glue them down. And the glue that I'm using is super glue. And it's going to add cloudy patches to a bit of acetate. And there probably is a better glue, but this is what I've got. But if you've got a better glue in mind, pop it in the comments. Always up for a little bit of discovering of new things. Be careful not to get this on your skin. They're not easiest of things. I should use my tweezers because they're tiny pieces, but you do have a lot of time to maneuver them around. Okay. Make sure it's the right way up. Got a little bit on my fingers there. Try not to do that. I've got this big wonderful E. I like that you can try and make it so all the letters are the same size, or you can do like this one. Everything's a bit mixed. And you'll see the ones as I stamp them out, because I won't be able to stamp this one out, so I'm going to use the winners. And I just randomly chose like the winner, and then I thought, oh, I could make more. It wouldn't really cost me anything other than the postage, so okay. Let's pop that one down. One more. So from the charity shop, I bought quite a few things, and I got like one thing for the house. It was a shop I've not been to for a while because it was expensive, but I actually think there's been a bit of a move around in the managers, because I saw the other manager at the first one we went to, which is a relatively new shop for me. And I was like, oh, does that mean these charities are connected? I don't think it does. I think she's moved jobs. And then when I went to the other one, it felt different, and the prices was more reasonable. So here we go. Make art. You can see it, hopefully. I can see it, and I can see it's going to look really good actually. I quite like how that works. Do I want that A to be? No, I'm happy with it. So what you have to do now is leave that to dry. Now, normally super glue dries really quickly. This is like Loctite 60 seconds all-purpose glue, and I've got a little bit on my finger, and it's already dry. But I think it's sort of the nature of the silicone. The stamp is made out of silicone, that it just takes a long time. So it takes a long time to dry. But once it is dry, put that there. You have these wonderful things. So you have your own stamps, and they're gonna be like that and last forever. And it's gonna be great. So let's do the reduce, reuse, repurpose. I've got one with my name on it somewhere as well. But I was, like if you do have a little business or something, this would be fantastic for your thank yous, but make them personal. Now we have the winners. going to get a book from the side. Let's see. Look at that, pages stuck together. That just had some English words on it as well. So we're just going to do my one first so that you get an idea, and then we'll do the winner ones and you can see. Okay, I might have put a bit too much ink on that, but we'll see what it's like. I haven't used this stamp for a long time. Because like I said, I made them last year. And this is how you use them. You don't have a stamping block. You just use the plastic and you give it a good press all around. You'll get to know your stamp. And then you've got that. How unusual it is. There's nobody else got a stamp like that. Even if somebody made the same words, it wouldn't look like that because they don't have the same materials. So this, are we going to do winner first? No, we're going to do runners up. So this is the first runners up, and it's Vindler. Vervinder. Or Vlinda. There's an L in there. And it's Dutch apparently. Now this is Gertie Graham. So Gertie Graham. This is your stamp. I've never stamped on this one before. So we're going to see if it's alright. Yay! Look at that. Now I might have pressed a little bit too hard. I think I have. But like I said, you'll get to know your stamp and you'll learn what's the right way to press it. Right, so second runner-up is, let's see, piece of paper, Liz Cargill, and it's called Love and Light. I like how this one's turned out. I like how the winner one's turned out as well. I actually like that one as well, but okay. That. That's cute. Love and Light. And then the winner is, if I can see it, what have I done with it? Ah, here it is. And it's All Things Lou, and it's Louise Harmer Brown. So Louise Harmer Brown, this is yours, All Things Lou. And this is what I mean, like this one is really sort of like, if you had your own little business, you could make your own, you know, instead of using AI on Canva, or what other thing you might be doing, do this and then you have it. You could scan it in, you could just stamp it, and it's utterly yours. There we go. Oh, I like that one, Lou. All Things Lou. Make sure it's in. So we've got Vlinda, cat word, Love and Light, All Things Lou, and then that's like one that's typically me, reduce, reuse, recycle. So I think what we'll do is we'll stamp them out again, and then I have, so on my desk I do all kinds of things in between a project. I make all kinds of things. So I do know I have made, where's the other stamp? I've made some little bags, and I'm wondering if these little bags would be a good way to parcel up. Yes, they would. Parcel up our little stamp. And we'll clean it before we put it in, but just wondering. That'll fit in, that'll fit in. Will that fit in? No, just not. Let's do it in one of them. Okay. What we can do is we can cut it down, or we'll just fold it over, I think. Right, let's do Love and Light again. Put it on its little bag, and then this is what it can be sent away with. Get some baby wipes. Give it a wipe off. Those cute. They're also really nice gifts to make if you've got a crafty person and you have all those sentiment stamps. Because I don't make cards. Like, a sentiment stamp is not very worth, you know, it's not worth a lot to me. But this type of stuff, I love it. Absolutely love it. Right. Baby wipe. It's not going to be completely pristine, but it's going to be good enough. I actually quite like it that you can see what it is. So it's going to go in this one. So this is for Liz. Do I need to, has it just glued itself? Sometimes they do that. There we go. That's cute. First one. And then this is the All Things Lou, but we'll do that one last. I'm just cleaning it off. Let's do this one. Oh, do you like it? We'll do that, we'll just fold it. Okay, final one. All Things Lou. Let's just get rid of that. Should we go that way? Yeah, let's go that way. No, let's go that way. That's cute. Here we go. That's that. So, that's the winner. Gertie, this will be your envelope. And it's just made from a junk envelope that had gold on it. And then Liz, This will be your envelope. And Louise, this will be your box. Quite like the fact that I don't know if I'm going to put your envelope in the box or have it on the top. Right, put it on the top. Okay, so you've got loads of napkins, and what I've done is I've just separated the napkins off so that they're not, there's none of the white bit, it is all imagey. You'll be able to straighten them out and glue them. It's just to keep the stuff from falling apart. This is just a box that it was some sort of DIY box, I think, had like, I don't know, it was quite screws or something in it, I can't remember. It's one my husband gave me, and I just turned it inside out so that it's just brown on the outside, and then I'll be able to write the address, which of course I'm not going to do. No! Those other envelopes will go into an upcycled Amazon envelope. I won't send them out like that. I don't think they would arrive nicely. I'll put a little card in as well, I think. So, prizes. How to make a stamp from your stamp sentiments. If you're still with me, let me know if you're going to make one. What would your wording be? Yeah, I think they're a fantastic little thing to make some real personalised kind of crafting resources, because I think that's where it's at. It's making things just for you, making things sustainably, using what you have, all of those things helps make the world go round. Alright then, everyone, talk to you soon. I think it'll be tomorrow, a slow stitch video, and then Monday, hopefully, a craft room tour. It might be 3 videos or it might be 1. I'm seeing how I think it'll need to be done, because I store my stuff in 3 places. I store it here in my craft room, which is small, out on the landing, and then again in my bedroom. So just need to think it through. It's bank holiday in the UK on the Sunday, which I'm really grateful for. Always happy for a break from work. Alright then, bye bye everyone.